Does the state of Indiana want us to be homeless? All signs point to yes. I'm Liliana Young, and I'm running for the Indiana House of Representatives in District 61, which covers our beautiful Bloomington, Indiana. And for all rights, it sure does seem like the state of Indiana wants its people to be either homeless and destitute or certainly very constantly near. So let's go over why I say this. First of all, we have a state minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, and while it is technically true that businesses in the state don't really pay that low a wage, they do get away with paying things like 10 or 12 or $13 an hour as a wage, which if you're actually in the workforce, you know 12 or 13 an hour, anything under 18 or 19 really is a complete joke and doesn't pay for shit. What else adds to this evidence? Well, how about the fact that the state of Indiana has the right to garnish or even outright deny your unemployment claims? That's right. If you end up losing your job, the state of Indiana has every right to determine that your job loss, whether it was a layoff or a firing or whatever, was completely fine and deserved and in line with state law, and that you aren't owed a goddamn thing. And this can come after waiting for anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks for the state to even process your unemployment claim to begin with. So nobody here in the state is paid nearly enough to be able to actually mass up any kind of savings, where almost all of us are paycheck to paycheck. It's a right to work state, so your boss can fire you at any time for any reason or no reason at all, and you can't do a damn thing about it. There's barely any kind of discrimination protections in the state, and even if you suspect there was discrimination influencing the loss of your job, good luck proving it, because state law doesn't really protect hardly anything. Unemployment can take forever to process, and even then, you might not get anything out of it at all. Yeah, kind of seems like the state wants you to be homeless, doesn't it? Why could that possibly be? Well, if you'll forgive me for being conspiratorial, it's because once you're homeless, well, that's also a crime. As of today, thanks to good old Governor Braun and our Republican legislators, it is now formally illegal to be homeless in the state of Indiana. That's right, if you are caught sleeping in a public space of any kind, you can be fined up to $500 and or thrown in jail simply for being there and being alive while doing so. And what happens when you are in jail and can't pay fines? Well, jails and prisons in the state of Indiana, as well as pretty much everywhere else across the country, use their inmates as a source of free menial labor. That's right. Here in the state of Indiana, you can't make shit, you aren't owed shit if you lose your job, and if you end up homeless, the state can throw you in jail and use you as slave labor. This isn't hyperbolic, folks. This is actually very true and completely in line with the state laws here in Indiana. So this is where I reaffirm my commitment to fighting to raise the state minimum wage. I'm looking for $20 an hour and nothing less. To fight to reform our state unemployment and make sure that claims are processed quickly and that the state can't deny you your payments. This is where I reaffirm my commitment to repealing the state law that allows homelessness to be charged as a crime. And this is where I also reaffirm my commitment, while not specifically stated in my top priorities, I do want to work to also reform the state jail and prison systems and turn them from a for-profit institution into something that's actually designed to help people be better people and not just punish people for making a silly mistake or losing a paycheck.